The wind blows a mist of salty air across a pastel sky. Soft curls of sand squish under my feet like the folds of a warm blanket. I gaze out into the distance as the gentle pull of waves lulls the world into a single moment of safety. It's that special time of day, and here we are once again, standing in awe of the beautiful world around us. Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Marina, and today I'm not coming to you from the studio. No, after everything that's happened and patching things up with Blaine, we decided to take a little trip. But don't worry, this time we remembered to tell Darian ahead of time where we were going. Right now we are currently set up on Clarion Beach, which is a good couple hours or so outside the city limits. We took a train, then a rental car, and now we're here for the weekend. It was a long trip, but I think it's worth it. We both needed a break from the noise of city life, and this seems like a good time to travel. It's calm here, slower in a way that just recharges the soul. There's a pier, and luckily Blaine managed to get the mobile broadcast equipment set up. So, we sit here and watch the waves as I get my job done. It's nice. I can sit and watch the ocean without fear of ruining any of the equipment or disappointing our listeners. What more could you possibly want? I'm sorry if I don't seem up to my usual pace. Today, I feel nostalgic in a way as I sit here. It's hard to describe, but I just have the feeling that something important happened on a beach. Something happened, and it was significant to me, or her. I don't know. The details are fuzzy, but I feel like I'm right on the verge of something. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe not. It's alright though, because the past is behind me. I have no control over what it may or may not be. All I can do is keep moving forward to make a better future for myself. Well, I guess I can also bring you your traffic update too. A bright, beaming barrage of bumbling birds bound boisterously through trains today. It's unknown how they got there, or who is responsible. The Space Patrol and police are presently puzzling through this precarious predicament with all pointed precautions. Expect extensive encumbrances on your evening expenditures. There are a lot of birds, and it'll take a while to get them all out of the train cars. But in the meantime, look up at the dreamy blue sky. A swirl of pink and gold dot the air as clouds move by. I sit by the ocean and look out at the waves. All the while this view comes to life under the sun's golden rays. It's a beautiful day right here on the shore. It's something inside me says I've been here before. This is all for traffic. So, I don't know what people normally do at the beach. This is my first time here, or at least the first time that I can remember. But that only makes it that much more important. So far, I like it. Things have been pretty busy and stressful at the station, and just in life in general. I mean, there's the whole fires going on, and everyone's still cleaning up after the cloud incident at the Turtle Festival. Sure, I still love the city, and I enjoy the many cafes and wonders, but it gets too much to me sometimes, you know? I just needed a chance to breathe. And so, here we are. So far, I've splashed around the water and built a sandcastle with Blaine. Apparently, they've never been to the ocean or the beach either. The closest they've come to is lakes, and so this is a very special trip for us. But so far, I think it's been good. Honestly, I'm just glad to be spending time with Blaine like this again. I need it. And well, they definitely deserve a step away from everything, at least for a minute. How do I describe it? Lately, Blaine's been, well, they've seemed a little down. They're happy we're talking again, and they put together that super sweet message for me in that notebook. But still, something happened while I was taking time off. I don't know what it was, but I get the feeling it was something awful. They won't say anything about it for the most part, but Blaine's been a bit off. They're keeping a smile on their face, but still, you can tell something's up. I see it in the between moments, or in the brief seconds when they think no one's watching. They're hurting, and I don't know how to help. I could say something or ask, but I don't think that's what Blaine needs right now. They'll talk to me when they're ready, right? In the meantime, the most I can do is be by their side and cheer them up as much as I can. I mean, that's the reason we left on this beach trip, to get them out of the city. It's not the only reason we're here, but it's a big part of it. Get away for a week, have fun, get some fresh air away from all the theories and prying eyes. It helps. At least, that's what I'd like to think. I guess we'll just have to see. Right now, Blaine's standing against the shore, letting the water rush over their ankles. They're staring into the distance with a dark look on their face. I think I should go talk to them for a bit. See how they're doing. It might help, but as for the rest of you, well, here's an ad.
He calls out for you. From dawn's break to evening's lull, he searches for you. But why does he call? His words cannot find you now. And yet, he still tries. Take a moment, look within. There is someone waiting on the horizon. Do you remember his name? Look within. Take a moment. Your heart knows the truth.
Well, that was a good talk. It wasn't super long, but I feel like we went over things well. Frankly, I think both of us needed that. Life is stressful sometimes, but we're doing the best we can to move forward and live our lives. It's just nice to get a little help from our friends. Especially when we feel like we don't deserve it sometimes. Because let's be honest, things get complicated and lives get messy. And when in the middle of chaos, it's hard to see yourself sometimes. We get distracted or lost, until we're walking down dark roads in an attempt to feel anything at all. It's easy to get trapped, to lose a sense of who you are or where you belong. And that's why it's important to have friends. At least I think so. When you're drowning under endless waves of confusion and fear, it's nice to have a friendly hand to pull you up and remind you of all the important things. We all have to face our own chaos, but that doesn't mean we have to do it alone. I mean, we were all put in this place together for a reason, so why not reach out when you need it and help when you can? It could make a world of difference to someone in need. Anyways, I've probably rambled on for long enough. There's a stack of letters I need to get to. You see, we offered to take Darian with us, but he didn't like the idea of salt water and fur mixing, so he's back at home. Apparently, the Garbage Bear Revolution is also being planned, so he was busy. So, instead, I grabbed a bunch of letters from him and gave the little trash panda a dog biscuit before we left. He seemed happy enough with that. And now we have the means to talk to all of you. This first letter is from my neighbor, Mrs. Adabi. Oh, so nice to hear from you. She's really the sweetest, makes the best snickerdoodles. Anyways, Mrs. Adabi just wants to say that there's no need to worry. She's taking care of all my plants, and everything is fine. Just focus on having fun and cheering up the other one. They're far too serious for their own good. I agree, but we'll see what I can do. Hey Blaine, Mrs. Adabi thinks you're too serious. Maybe cheer up more? Yeah, that's the face. I wish everyone at home could see it because you look hilarious. Anyways, our next letter is from Agent 46 of the Space Patrol. Oh, thank you so much for your service, Agent. So, Agent 46 is writing to a police friend, Officer Mitchell Prescott. Okay, so they write, "For the love of the worlds above us, Mitch, stop eating my coconut curry. I know it's you already because the Space Patrol always finds a way. Just knock it off. That curry is what carries me through the shift. Okay?" Well, I hope this helps sort out any office problems. As an aficionado of snacks, I can understand the struggle of having someone eat your food. I mean, there was that one time I caught Blaine eating all of my shrimp fries, and I just... What? You did, okay? I saw you eat my shrimp fries, Blaine. You stared me dead in the eyes as you took that last handful of special edition sesame seed shrimp fries. I don't care if you say it tasted like fish food. They were mine, and you still ate them. Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for you to replace them. Oh well, it's still good to hear you laughing again, you know? Alright, I'll stop. Okay, so our last letter is from Sarah A., who runs the aquarium store down on Star Crossing. Yeah, it's the one with the tiny dragons and the starfish that glow in the dark. Anyways, she wants to write at Jackie over at Sun Sparrow Records. So she says, "Thank you so much for your music, Rex. You were totally right about the abandoned pools. They're an underrated classic. For someone who runs a music place, you sure do know your way around the genres. Also, I think you're really pretty." So, I'm a little nervous, and that's why I'm getting the radio people to say it for me. But if this isn't super weird, and you don't think I'm super weird, maybe we could go to a cafe or something together sometime. I mean, if you want, it doesn't have to be a date or anything, but I'd like to take you out on a date. So please let me know. Oh, that's super sweet, Sarah. I hope things go well with you and Jackie. You both seem like pretty cool people, and together, well, it could be neat. Dates are fun, I think. Anyways, I've done my job in this, and we have run out of letters. Yes, Blaine, that's all we have. I was going to bring that nice painting by Michelle Michaels, but saltwater damage and all that, so we left it at home. Remember? I know you don't live with me anymore, but still, it just has a nicer ring as opposed to my apartment. Don't think too much into it. Anyways, it's a beautiful night and a peaceful place. We're here together, and there is nowhere else I'd rather be. Just look at the ocean and the way it catches the light. It's just, well, it's really nice, isn't it? I'm glad I could be here with you, Blaine. While we're here together, why don't we read the poem for today? Frigid fingers flick furiously, flipping pages fruitlessly. His eyes are bloodshot. He takes a shot in the dark, sipping sadly from an empty cup. One they had once filled together. He stares at the rotary, touching it with chalk-dusted fingers. A furrowed browed, this telephone. He wishes he could pick it up again. He heard her voice, his own, a broken sigh. When will his searching end? Will he receive her reply? He cries. She denies everything they had been through. Her blank memories match his blank pages. Has he become blank too? Remember when I said I only remember vague feelings and details about my past? Well, I'm not sure that's entirely true. I get hazy details of things. Feelings mostly, but sometimes it's images and voices. It's usually random, but sometimes the pieces line up and I can fit it all together if I focus really hard. I bring this up because sitting here on this pier, watching the sun set over the waves, well, I think I got something. Maybe. It's super hazy, so I might be making it up. No, it's fine. Just give me a minute to sort this out. Maybe we could take a little bit of a walk. Yeah, that should help. In the meantime, let's cut to another ad.
Hi there! Recently, there's been a bit of confusion and some rumors surrounding Tokico's Floral on Rainbow and Sparrow. Apparently, some Debbie Downers have been saying some real mean stuff about us, like they're late on deliveries, or Tokico's been burning buildings down to cut down on competition and collect insurance money. Well, I'm right here to say that all these rumors are flat out wrong. Do you know how long it takes to train a personal army of raccoons to commit coordinated attacks of arsenry without having it traced back to you? I sure don't. And you can't prove anything. And to prove that, we're having a big old sale. That's right. For the next 2 weeks, everything in the store is half off. Everything! Including our special services. We're talking about bouquets, boxes, a bundle, Everything from orchids to the roses to them sweet lilies. It's all half off. Isn't that crazy? What kind of arsonist would give away deals like that? Not any potential criminals I've ever heard of, right? Right. So stop on in and stop your gums flapping. Tokico's Floral on Rainbow and Sparrow. We haven't forgotten who keeps us in business.
And we also haven't forgotten other things, too. You best keep your mouth shut, Genevieve. It'd be a real shame if something were to happen, especially after you finally got that shop up and running again. Wouldn't it? Yeah, let's keep that hypothetical.
Tokico's Floral on Rainbow and Sparrow. Stop in and see today. Yay!
Alright, we walked around. I had time to think about things, and now I think I have something I want to share. I'm not sure how accurate all of this is. I mean, I only remember bits and pieces of it. But still, this is the bits of my past, and this is the beach story that I have to tell. I don't remember specifically where or specifically when, but there was a beach some point in my past. It was a familiar spot, someplace I had been dozens of times or so. It was comforting and beautiful. The sun was setting, and the entire sky was lit up with pink and orange. It was nice. I remember the sound of waves. I remember the feeling of sand between my toes. And then someone holds my hand softly and looks at me with a warm smile. He asks me something, and I just remember feeling scared and excited and conflicted. Yeah, definitely conflicted. Oh, and there was a ring. And now, I'm sorry. That's all I can remember. Whoever that was, whenever that was, it's past and gone. As real as the dreams I forget moments after waking up on an early morning. In some ways, it's kind of a shame. He seemed like a nice guy, even if his hands were a little cold. And well, we had something. Maybe we could have had something more. I don't know, and I might never find out. But you know, maybe that's okay. I have a life here, and it's good, and it's mine. It may not be some familiar spot with a lover of some kind, but I'm here at a cozy beach with a good friend, my best friend. We're here, and we're living lives that we get to make ourselves. And even if it's nothing like whatever came before, I think it's still just as important. This is right here, and it's the story we get to tell ourselves. Anyways, stay tuned for the sounds of ocean waves and two friends settling in. And as for the rest of you, I hope you have a good night. Lucien. Lucien? Wait, why did I say that name? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Dream Girl City is a production by N.J. Scholes. It was written, produced, and acted by N.J. Scholes. The poem for today was Lucien by Krys Achrem. The piano song towards the end was Springtime Ditty by N.J. Scholes. Have a theory? Have a question? Just want to say hi? contact us at DreamGirlCityRadio@gmail.com or look us up at Facebook at DreamGirlCity Podcast. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting us and sticking by us. Be sure to share this around and let's try to get the word out. Have more people join the Communist Raccoon Party. But until that day when we all take over to our garbage bear overlords, just remember, you can't beat the heat if you can't take the meat. Wait, what?